This episode is sponsored by Zenro Clothing Co. Pick up your tees and or accessories at zenroclothingco.com and be sure to use offer code SOCRATES at checkout for 20% off select items. Also, if you're not into spending the money, just check out the Zenro radio playlist. zenroclothingco.com, music for your everyday. This episode also sponsored by The Portian Bakery. If you're located in the Portian area of Scarborough, Toronto, be sure to check out The Portian Bakery, say what's up to Arville, and pick up a donut or two. Baked daily, crafted with love. This episode also sponsored by Podbean. Podbean is the podcasting platform of choice. It's the one that me and Vish use, and is great, you know, if you're looking to start that DIY podcast yourself. Definitely check out Podbean. Use the link podbean.com/SocraticGamers and gain 1 month of unlimited podcasting for free. Test it out, build that content. Anyone could podcast, right, Vish?
Yep.
Start a podcast and get your ideas out there. All right, enjoy the episode. All right, so before we get into the e-files, because I was going to ask you about that, do you watch the Diddy thing?
I watched first episode and halfway through the second one.
Nice. Okay, cool. I watched the I was at like a party and then Terry's dad was like, "Oh, have you seen the Puff Daddy video documentary?" And I was like, "No, I'm like halfway through the first," but then like Tara was like waiting to do her exam and then now we're gonna watch it, so I've just been like holding off. But I found out that, well, I guess through social media, he hired that documentary crew in order to, like, he thought he was gonna win or something, and then he ended up not paying them, and that's how 50 Cent bought the footage, and that's how he made the documentary.
Well, we don't know how he got the footage. He's not revealing that source.
Oh, that's what I saw on social media. Is it like not true? Like, did you look at
what's
interview or something?
No, because they did the interview with 50 Cent,
but the footage, I mean, like the you know in the opens and then
yeah. No. He got the footage, but he's not revealing how he got the footage, or who. Like those are all made up stories. We have no idea what that is. What the actual fact is. I don't think we know the fact of. Well, maybe he didn't pay the crew. I don't know. What their
it was his documentary team though.
Yeah, no. His yeah. But like, how did that footage get out? Is the story.
Okay.
We don't know.
Okay.
But somehow 50 Cent got it.
Right. But what I was seeing was that because he didn't pay them, and then it comes out later that he just didn't pay anyone. That was like the big reveal of, like, he was like, or maybe it's the second episode. I don't know.
No, because that's I don't know if that's factual. That's all I can say.
Oh, okay. So you're just like assuming. I mean, like they're assuming, the social media people who put that out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then apparently, like, he killed. Like, it's very suggestive that he killed Biggie.
And
Tupac. Seen that meme as well. Oh, yeah. Remember that documentary that we saw with, like, what was that? It's like an unsolved mystery docudrama.
Yeah,
and then it was like, oh, it's so clear that it was Diddy who killed Tupac. And then now it comes out that
this is a long time ago. It's even what I mean. Tupac's been saying that too since I read. That was back in high school when I read his book.
That it was
that he like, because when he got robbed, which they talk about in the documentary, in New York, like when he was going to the studio where Biggie was. That he blamed that on Diddy.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Okay, interesting. Okay, like,
like I don't know, like, what you saw from the first episode so far, but it was like, is it even because it's like there's P Diddy with his people of whoever he's hiring for musician, artists and stuff, and then there's Suge Knight, and then there was like
I didn't get there yet.
Yeah, there was like the like. Suge Knight, like, you can come on our team, but I'm not gonna like show up like on your videos and things like that. Like,
oh, interesting.
Like, you'll see
he's working with Suge.
Who was? No. There are two different camps, right?
Okay.
And this is how Diddy used to do it, where he would show up on people's videos, so he would take cutbacks as his pay because he was on the video.
Oh, smart.
Versus Suge Knight wasn't doing that.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so like with all this coming out, like the Diddy stuff and like the e-files, you're kind of like, and then the UFO stuff. I saw this tweet from this like UFO dude that I follow, and he was saying like, is it just me or is reality seeming like fake now? And I was like, oh, you hit the nail on the head. Like, there's something weird about reality, at least for me, where it's like, oh, that's not what we thought. Oh, that's not what we thought.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn, that too? Oh, you know what I mean? And like all of these things are coming out now, and you're just like, were we just sold a lie for the past like 100 years? You know, like it was during the big rush for people to make lots of money, you know, like post World War II. And then everything just started to get really squirrely. We didn't know what was happening. And then now like everything's coming out and you're like, oh, we've been living a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Do you feel that too? Or is it just me and that guy who put that tweet out? And I was like, that makes sense.
No, no. I see I can see that, but that's there's two perspectives. That's the view from the if you're just looking at the internet only, and then now if you actually look at factual news, I don't see that.
Okay, so what do you mean by factual news? So wait, hold on. Let's go through each one. So Diddy, so you're saying that's not factual?
Which part?
Like, no, that's what I mean. Like, it's like you're like, oh, I'm looking at. If you look at it through social media, it seems a little weird.
No, no, no.
But if you
That's
look
not
at
what I'm
actual
saying.
things. Okay,
Yeah,
so
because
go
they're
ahead.
because they're revealing both sides, right? They're like showing, they're not like covering up or making Diddy look one way or the other. They're showing both sides of Diddy,
Right.
right?
Okay, yeah.
Um, while
Or
like
Harvey Weinstein as well. We'll add that in there because that's
sure,
also like similar, like Weinstein and Diddy. Like that whole, basically, the entertainment industry is just really messed up. And there's like, oh, makes sense though, because there's a lot of people trying to make a lot of money, and if people are trying to make money, they're all
Mhm.
going to do like crazy things to make money. You know what I mean? So like, okay, go ahead. So what do you mean by like real news versus social media?
yeah, no, social media because it's there's a lot of stuff that's just said as you mentioned. Like I don't know if those are factual, like the thing about
Mhm.
how they didn't get paid, and
Okay.
but someone may be making that story up. Like we don't know what that actual story is.
Okay. Right. But what I'm saying is
Right.
the things with like Diddy, UFOs, e-files, regardless of social media, it's just like, wait, I feel like we've been lied to about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even Coco. That's when it turned for me. I was like, wait a minute, these stats are not making any sense right now.
Coco?
Coco 2020. I'm very
Oh,
cognizant now that I've
okay.
been blocked multiple times. Like I texted you, I was like, dude, I just got blocked again for posting my post. That is crazy. There was nothing in the post that had. It was just like you've gone against community guidelines. I'm like, what, dude? I didn't say anything bad. I was just like reposting a clip. Like I chopped up an interview piece and then I just like posted it, and then I just got blocked again. I'm like, damn. All right. Thankfully, it was only one day. I tried the next day. I was like, okay, I'm back on. I'm back on. But like, it's a little weird. You know what I mean?
You,
Like,
you
just
think it's? Do you think
UFO
it's?
based.
Do you think it's
It's
because
AI. It's AI. I've
No, I
noticed,
understand
'cause
it's
when you
AI,
click
but
on
do
it-
you think it's
Uh-huh.
also like because you're posting another person's video?
No, 100% no. Because other channels do the exact same thing. It's not that. Because there's no copyright claim on these podcasts. The reason why I'm like, it knows what I'm posting about is because when you click on the video now, it gives you a summary of what you just posted. And I'm like, damn, it's reading it. Like it like
Okay, so it's
transcribes
AI
it.
then, right?
Yeah, it's literally AI. So I'm tripping something in AI that it's like, okay, stop talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then I saw that thing where it's like social media is being more censored, but like if you say that, they're gonna be like, no, we're not, and then they'll censor you. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
like a little meme I saw, and it's like that's literally true, bro. Like you, if you post about like stupid things, whatever, they don't care. You know, if I post about anime all day, nobody cares. But then if I post like UFO stuff, they're like, suddenly blocked. I'm like, that's weird. You know? It's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, maybe it's a frequency thing. No, literally, like I post way more about anime than I do about UFOs. But then as soon as I like my second post about UFOs, my third one, I tried to upload it, blocked. I was like, oh, okay, all right, I got what's going on here. But so, all right, so going back to it, so like even the Coco thing. Do you know how many people died of Coco? Like just straight, not even like associated deaths.
No, I don't remember. No.
Okay. So, because it was in a book that Tara was reading, and then she like asked me, and she's like, "How many people died of that?" So we were like, "Oh, let's Google it." So the book said 6 million. All right. So I Googled it. It was 1.8 million.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can Google this now, even if you're like, "Oh, I don't trust those stats." And then you're like, "Okay, that seems like a lot," but there's like 8 billion people on Earth. But it's like, okay, but how many people were affected by it? 700 people reported cases of it. So 1.8 divided by 700
What do you mean
equals,
700? What does that mean?
so 700 cases worldwide. And then you look at how many deaths there were.
700 cases, like 700.
700 million, 700 million
Okay.
cases.
All right. Yeah.
Re-
Okay. I was
reported
like,
cases.
I was
Sorry, no,
confused.
I was reducing the number. So like 700 million, and then 1.8 million. So it's like 1.8 divided by 7. That's how my mind works for
Okay.
math. I just
Gotcha.
like take out the zeros. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, okay, so 1.8 million divided by 700. It was like 700 something million.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, that's a very again negligible numbers. That's 0.000001 or something. It
Mm-hmm.
said when I put in the calculator. So like, bro, what are you talking about here? It's just like the tetanus thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I was like, oh, should I get the tetanus shot? And then I like 0.0001 or like, oh, whatever. And then I went to the doctor and they're like, you should get the tetanus shot because you never know if you're holding a weight. And I'm like, bro, nobody's died of tetanus. But we're still pushing that vaccine out, you know? So it's
Sure.
like, why are we doing these things?
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, I'm like when because remember I was a huge proponent of the cocoa. I was like posting about like, yeah, I got my second vax, bro. If you don't, you know what I mean? And then I started to like look at the numbers, like, well, this is making no sense. Why are we like locking down so hard? Why are we like pushing the vaccine so hard? Why are we like talking about social distancing? And then it's like, oh, the vaccine will save another's life. That's what I thought. Remember, like, my parents are so old. I need to save their life. And then it's like, oh no, it protects you, not them. And you're like, well, what the hell, bro? You
Sure.
like marketed me wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so like that for me was the impetus where I'm like, something's weird. And then you look into all these other things and you're like, oh, there's a lot of weird things going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Even the 3-Eye Atlas, bro, why is this one Harvard professor getting all the airtime about like this thing? And like everyone else, like, dude, it's one professor. But like, no, but a Harvard professor says, and you're like, okay, but like,
Sure.
it's one, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why are all the news outlets, you know, putting him on? But they didn't put on like Neil deGrasse Tyson, who was on a podcast. And I heard him and he's like, I'm not worried about this thing. It's one professor. And I'm like, exactly, bro. Why don't you put him on, you know?
Right.
So like, all right, so with all those things being said, it's like, again, like the social media versus like the news, it's like, if we take those two things out, it's still like there's a lot of things that are kind of weird. Unless one of those things is fake, where you're like, no, that's actually real, but you're spinning it as not being real.
Mm-hmm.
So is there something that is actually not real that I'm saying is real? The E-Files, Diddy,
No, I'm not saying
Weinstein.
anything about that. No.
Right. So now with that context, it's like, doesn't it feel like reality's kind of like, what's going on, bro? Like, what happened? And it all seemed to have like started after World War II, because that's when like you got like the Iran Contra, the freaking Cuban Missile Crisis, the Bay of
Mm-hmm.
Pigs.
Sure.
You know, you're like, what the hell, bro? Like they were just spinning things. I don't know if you saw that podcast that I sent you with
No,
Danny
no, no.
Sheehan. He was,
No.
bro. Do you know what happened with the Cuban Missile Crisis?
What happened?
Okay, so they wanted to. So Nixon was like, "Oh, I'm gonna win this election." So he was messaging people to put out a hit on Castro. He's like, "Guys, I'm gonna win." So like CIA was like, "All right, cool, we're gonna do it." He ended up losing,
Mm-hmm.
and then Kennedy was like, "Oh." Like they're like, okay, Kennedy won, and then it came out that they were gonna put a hit out on Castro, and that's when Cuba got pissed. They're like, bro, what are you doing? And that's what the Cuban Missile like dispute was. But we never like go into the like inner workings of that,
Mm-hmm.
because it was based off of an illegal hit that Nixon put out. But we're just like, oh, Cuban Missile Crisis. Like you and I were like, I don't know what that's about. And then when Danny Sheehan was breaking down, I'm like, wait, that's what it was about? Dude, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then allegedly, like Kennedy's death had a lot to do with like them thinking he was like a Russian dissenter, because like there was a moment there where Russia and U.S. were pointing nukes at one another, and they're like, "Dude, this is crazy. We could blow up the whole world." So they created a back channel where both of them could talk to each other, and then they're like, "Okay, I'm not going to." You know what this the back
Yeah,
channel?
yeah.
Okay, cool. So then the CIA found out, and they thought, so as a measure of goodwill, they wanted to do a space program together. So he's like, okay, let's give all the UFO files we have to Russia. Okay, And then Russia was like, then the CIA was like, wait, why are you working with Russia? And then they started to investigate, and they thought he was a like Russian supporter, a communist supporter. So they allegedly put out a hit on this, like using the same people that they were going to do for Castro on Kennedy. And that's why like it's very squirrely. Like everything leads back to the CIA. And you're just like, bro, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, okay, so all that, and there's all this research about it, and like they just released like the Kennedy files, and then the dude was like, Cash Patel's like, yeah, there's nothing new. Like if you read all the literature, it's all the same. Yeah, it's nothing new. But you're like, okay, nothing new. But it's like, yeah, but what did you mean by all the literature? Because I have a book that like outlines it too. Like a lot of experts have talked about it, and you're just like, this is weird. This is weird. You know what I'm saying? All right, so like going back to it, does reality feel weird to you right now? Because everything's coming out, and you're just like, have we been lied to?
I don't think so. I think it's been always like that.
Feeling weird, right?
Yeah.
Since when though? Post World War II.
Well, I mean, since I can't say before World War II. I don't know the world that was there before World War II.
Right,
I'm
right.
sure
but
there was weird things then too.
Yeah, but
I'm sure there was
everything that
weird things then,
for
even
sure,
during
I'm sure.
during the
Yeah.
British, Empire,
1000%.
right?
Right. But now it's all coming out. This is what I'm saying. And you're just like, bro, what the hell was going on, bro? Like all of the inventors, like who's that guy? I forgot which scientist it was, but he was really into the occult. It was like Newton, I think. Like one of these like famous people, and he was just like autopsying like dead, like he'd like buy dead people from like people so he can like experiment on them and stuff. And like it sounds like semi weird, but also semi normal, but it's just like, oh, I didn't know he was like that far in. I thought he was just doing mathematics, you know what I mean? But he was like, no, he's doing some crazy stuff where he's trying to like transmute the Philosopher's Stone, coal into gold, because he heard about that thing. So he's like, let me see if I can figure this out.
Yeah. Sure.
And you're like, you sound like a crazy person. You know what I mean? Like, if I told you that now, like, oh, there's a scientist trying to like transmute coal into gold, you'd be like, sounds like a weirdo, right?
I don't know.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah, no.
You wouldn't be like, you wouldn't take him seriously. You'd be like, oh, that's a legit scientist. Because like when we think about scientists now, we think about like academia and like academics who are like, well, I'm just writing papers and like I have this giant machine. You know what I mean? But like,
Sure.
They're doing like literal. I'm just gonna pour this and see what this does. Oh, mercury. Oh no, I have
Yeah,
mercury
I
poisoning.
want to show you.
Like,
I want
we're,
to.
like, crazy
Yeah,
people.
it still exists today. That like they may have helped science in. I think it was DNA or something. This guy. They talk about on the podcast that I showed you last week. And then in his later years, he went to some weird stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
Yeah.
this happens now.
But
Right.
we don't publicize. If I went to the layman, I was like, "What do you think a scientist does?" He's like, "I don't know, like beakers and like lab coats, does mathematics."
Sure.
You know what I mean? But it's like these fringe people are the ones who really push science forward, and a lot of them attribute it to psychedelics. You know the mRNA vaccine? Something to do with like the helix, like helix code engineering.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I listened to a podcast about it. He was on acid, and he was like, "Oh, dude, it'd probably work like this," and that's where he got the idea, and it worked. You know what I
Right.
mean? But we like demonize these things. Like, "Oh, you're gonna fry your brain." I was like, "Are you sure?" Because that dude just figured it out on drugs.
Yeah, I mean,
bro.
like even it just goes back to Steve Jobs too, right? With
It's Steve
LSD.
Jobs.
Stuff
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean, bro. So
Yeah.
it's like, why are we demonizing these substances in the first place? And that's like back to the Reagan era of like the war on drugs. Drugs will fry your brain. Here's an egg, I'll fry your brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's like still the propaganda that's still going on. You're just like if anything, alcohol is way worse than all those drugs because of the lingering effects. You can like die from alcohol poisoning. You cannot die from like acid poisoning, acid LSD.
Well, I don't
Or
know. We
mushroom.
don't. Do we know that for sure?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Because they were trying to fill the LD50 of this thing, lethal dose at 50%, and they literally were just trying. They're just like dosing you, like let's see how far we can go. You just can't do it because it's like nothing. It's a transient like
But how can
Like if
they?
you
How did they
hack their
study
mind,
it when it
hack their
was? If
mind.
it's no, but how
CIA,
were
bro.
they able?
CIA. Yep. CIA.
No, no, no,
That's
no.
what
I
the.
understand. I don't know if like do we have all the facts from the CIA about that? Like I'm just saying, like in a
Yeah.
general, like a university can't study that because it's an illegal
No, no, it wasn't
product, right?
illegal before. The guy who invented it. I watched a whole documentary on this. The guy who
No, no,
invented it.
like you're
Yeah.
saying before when? When
The
was it
war on
not
drugs.
illegal? When was it not
Uh,
illegal?
before the war on drugs. 19, I don't know, whenever Reagan was in office, because he introduced that stuff. But
Okay.
like, so basically, what happened was there was a scientist who was trying to make some compound, and then
Mm-hmm.
he was biking home, and then he was tripping out. He's like, "What is this?" And then he realized, like, "Oh, I dosed myself with a new drug
Sure.
that,
Yeah.
like, And then he went back and like, just kept doing it and like gave it to
Mm-hmm.
people, and
Yeah.
like they were all tripping out and they were trying to figure out like, yeah, is this thing lethal? How much can we do? And then the CIA found out about it and they're like, oh, can we turn this into a mind control drug?
Mm-hmm.
Which, interestingly enough, the person who so they used to run these. This is all true. They used to run these experiments. I forgot what it's called, but they would like Manchurian candidates. You know what that is? You like hypnotize somebody.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
have a
yeah,
trigger
yeah, yeah,
word.
yeah.
You
Right.
know what I mean? They like wake up and I'm an assassin. You know what I mean? You don't know you're an assassin, but like it just turns out you're an assassin if you just like say the trigger word, you know? And I forgot what the actual the the term of the project was. It came out, but they were like trying to use this thing to make people like Manchurian candidates. And that's where Charles Manson came in because he was a part of the program. And the guy who shot Kennedy, who's blamed for it? Who's the guy who's blamed for it?
Blamed for it or was the?
He was the shooter. They're like, oh, this is the guy.
Yeah, I forgot
He's
his
like
name.
one lone shooter.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Okay, so he was a part of it too. So you're like, dude, what's going on? And then literally, if you read the book Crossfire, if you read the book Crossfire, it's up there. They literally go through the autopsy report. They have them scanned and put them in there, and then the reports of people like witness reports. So like, oh, I heard like multiple people, because it is alleged. The story is there's one gunman. He shot him, and then the magic bullet theory is like it hit his like bone and it ricocheted throughout his body and then came out the other end. You're like, what bullet does that, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's multiple bullets, right? And yeah, that's what they're talking about. They just blamed it on the dude. Forgot his name, but yeah, he was a part of that project. It came out later through the CIA. And it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, what are you guys doing, bro? You know what I mean? Like, the world seems
Right.
weird.
Yeah. It was weird
But
even before. I would say even before World War II. I just remembered some fact I remember reading about, or
oh,
watching this thing about, even when they banned alcohol. Why was it banned?
I don't know.
It was like oil companies to have more power because there was
Oh,
another technology there was to use. Is it like? Anyways, it was like alcohol
alcohol
was
for
used to
power.
not directly alcohol, but alcohol was used to convert something.
Oh, ethanol.
In yeah,
Ethanol
into
vehicles. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes, yeah. So in order to mitigate, like that was whoever was running for power kind of thing, they wanted gas to be the thing that they won, right? So like they were able to pass for 2 years a ban on alcohol in the United States, right? Which then helped
Oh,
push
bro.
push for gasoline cars, so they can't do ethanol stuff, right?
But they've been drinking alcohol since time immemorial, bro. Like
Yeah,
you go
people were
through,
still doing it illegally, right? That's why Al Capone became so big because of that.
right? Thank you. And it's just like, dude, this is, or yeah, that was one. Damn, I was my train of thought of like when we started talking about marijuana. So the weed one, it's the
Mm.
exact same thing. It's like they were gonna make hemp paper, and then the guy who made the pulp mill, he's like, dude, I'm gonna go to business. So he started like printing news saying that like this thing will make like black dudes like rape white women,
Yeah,
and then
sure, sure.
like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right, no, like he was literally putting out
Yeah,
that
yeah,
propaganda,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
they
yeah.
made it illegal, and then it's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's how that became illegal. So it's
Yeah.
like all of these things are like it's just a buildup of people trying to manipulate people.
Yeah,
And
for
then you
power. Yeah.
have that. Thank you. And then you have, so this, all right. So let's go back. Let's go back 2 steps before I continue
Mm.
because I need to ask you this question. Is it better to know or not know? Because right now, if you look at what we're talking about, it's like, dude, reality seems kind of slippery, bro. That's weird. Like, why did you do
Sure.
that? And then you look
Yeah.
into it and you're just like, bro, the whole game is rigged. You've heard so many people say the game is rigged. The game is rigged. A lot of rappers too, like before, not now rappers, but like Wu-Tang Clan, KRS-One, they like did all their research and they were using their music to spread knowledge, you
Hmm.
know? And like, but then people are like, yo, you're crazy, bro. And it's like, am I crazy or are you complacent? Or are you crazy for
Sure.
believing all this?
Yeah.
So is it better to know or not know?
I think that maybe depending on the individual,
Okay.
but I
Right.
think it's better to know.
Right. Right. But why? Why do you think it's better to know?
So we can make the right decisions.
Right. And then why do people not want to know?
They just want to be blinded to the truth. I don't know.
Right. They do. But why?
To have, I don't know, rose-colored glasses of the world.
Yes. But because it comes down to blame.
Okay.
Because if you know,
Sure.
you can only blame yourself, bro.
Mm.
We told you. We told you what it was. You just chose not to look into it. You just chose not to believe us. You're like, no, but why would everybody lie? I don't know. Why would everybody lie? Why are there like billionaires out there? I don't know. Why are you still paying like crazy taxes, bro?
Hmm.
You know, why are grocery prices so high? Why are people kicked out on the street? Why are there homeless people?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why
Yeah,
is
but
there
people don't
media?
ask those questions. Why are we not working 7 days a week but only 5 days? Right?
Yeah.
We fought for those rights to have at least a weekend.
There you go. Or else we just be like 7 day slaves, bro.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
we just like wake up and we take everything for granted. Why don't they teach this in school? Because they want to, because school is a way to continue the propagation of mental enslavement. There, I said it, bro. No, but really, though, think about it. No, think about it. Because I have a
Well, I
crazy.
don't know if I necessarily see yes and no into that
Why didn't
because
they teach
if
us? Why didn't they teach us basic things, bro, in school?
well, I think that they do too. It just depends on how good of a teacher you may have. Because if that was the case, you probably wouldn't even have school to even realize that we can critically think
Okay,
if they
wait.
had their
Okay,
way.
sure. What about this? No. They need factory workers. They need you to still be knowledgeable. They need you to be knowledgeable enough to do the skill, but they don't need you to be knowledgeable enough to take life into your own hands. W- My the total
No,
example
I
of this.
think no, I get what you're saying. I think it was more like at the beginning they could have lost control, and then they try to figure out a way to get back the control by probably inputting those stuff or figuring a way. Well, we have to live with schools now. Let's try to figure out a way that we can still survive with schools being here. You know what I mean?
Who the people in power, or the
People in
people.
power. People in power.
Okay, but the school is their mechanism to give you
Well,
enough
no. Now
information to do your job.
that is now the case, but I don't think it was the case before, right? They're afraid of school
Oh,
before,
interesting.
and then this is a way to find a way inside to convince the school to go in this direction.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So gets polluted over time. So it's like they
Sure.
came out with pure intentions, and then
Yeah,
they're like,
exactly.
"Ooh, oh,
Yeah,
I see what you're saying." Okay, yes, and this is the fight between good and evil that always wages.
yeah.
Okay, are you ready for this? Why don't they teach you about personal finance in school? You can take it as an
Hmm.
elective. The
Sure.
first time I actually took personal finance was in business school. It was an
Hmm.
elective, and it said like personal finance. I'm like, seems kind of obvious, but I'll take this because it seems easy, and I
Hmm.
should learn about this. And
Right.
then when I took that course, I was like, dude, what? I like blew my mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, basic things. Cost versus revenue. Like
Hmm.
how much are you spending relative to how much you're making?
Yeah.
Why didn't they teach you that? How much you should allocate towards like an investment or savings? How come they didn't tell you that? And
Hmm.
you have people living from like hand to mouth or something. Like as soon as you make the money,
Sure.
you spend
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why
Yeah.
didn't they teach you that? That's
Hmm.
the biggest, the quickest way to get screwed over in this world is debt enslavement. But why didn't they teach you how to like manage your money?
Hmm.
That should be number like why are we learning about calculus and we're not learning about personal finance?
Right.
Like why?
Hmm.
It's crazy, right?
Sure.
Okay, it goes even deeper. All right, so that's my salient example. If you really wanted to care about people, just like teach them all about personal finance. But here's the rub. What's everyone's retirement dream?
I don't know. What is it?
Like retire with enough money so you don't have to work anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, that's basic. Everyone wants to
Sure.
do that. Like
Sure.
one day I'll work hard enough to retire and never have to work.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
is
yeah.
there a different one? Is there a different one?
No, that's like I guess the basic one. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So how much would you need to retire like that?
Well, depending on your lifestyle.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's say modest lifestyle. Where it's like, just live regular. Live regular.
Hmm.
How much would you need?
I don't know how much do you need.
No, just get like I'm just saying like you in your mind, you're like, probably this is a good amount.
Uh, I don't know. Probably a couple million.
Oh, a couple million. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay. Uh, actually, yeah, a couple million. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, because we were running the numbers, and it is a couple million because a million affords you 40K per year. So if you have 2 million, that's 80K per year.
Hmm.
Okay. Right. So yes, let's say you have $2 million. Okay,
Hmm.
saved up, and you are living off the interest with like 80K per year. Okay. What happens if you don't use the full 80K? You can invest in something else,
Sure. Yeah.
right? What happens if you die? What happens in 2 million? Probably gonna give it to your kids,
Yeah. Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. But then you'd have no workers. If everyone achieved the retirement dream,
Hmm.
if like let's say last generation, like our parents' generation, everyone had $2 million, why are we working? I just live at home. I would just like live at home, wait till they die, they'd pass it on to me, and then I'd take over the house. And then it just repeats and repeats and repeats. Why would I work?
Sure.
But if we give them financial understanding in order to achieve this, well, then we have a world of no workers. So we
Hmm.
intentionally omit this from schools so that you just don't really know what's going on until it's too late. And you're like, oh, dude, I have so much debt. Oh, I don't know. Da, da, da. I didn't save enough money. And then, okay, you got to keep working, or your kids got to keep working so they can give you money. You know what I mean? Like, that's the trick.
Hmm.
That's what I think the trick is. I was trying to explain this to her. She's like, what are you saying right now? I'm like, I don't know. It's making sense to me. I don't know.
Sure. Sure.
Does it make sense to you? Like,
Yeah, yeah. I can understand that. Yeah.
right?
Sure.
And that's 0 point energy right there. If you
Hmm.
gave everybody enough to live, who would work?
Yeah.
Like very few people would work. Like very few people.
Hmm.
No, but really think about this, bro. Very few people would work. If I gave you the option, I mean, hey, bro, I'm just gonna give you $2 million right now. You could retire. You could live off 80K. Just don't live beyond your means. Chill.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if you want to save up, bro. Like, just don't spend 80K that year,
Hmm.
right? And like, who would work?
Yeah.
Only
No.
people who are called to work will work.
Hmm.
Like people who truly enjoy their job will work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I like I know like I know this to be true because like I see people like that and I see myself and I'm like I do like before I was even a marketer, I was doing marketing for free because it was fun. I was like, oh, that's cool. I can make people think you're famous, or I can make people think like this is more important than it is. Let's do it, bro.
Hmm.
Even right now, right? Like, shout out to you, my cousin. My goal, I told him, is like, I want to get you signed as an artist. It's doable. We've seen so many people do it. I'm obsessed with music. I understand the pathway. You know, your music's really good. It's not like you're not gonna be like Taylor Swift, bro. Like, maybe you are. I don't know, but like you to actually get signed doesn't seem like a very difficult step.
Hmm.
I listen to hundreds of bands, bro, and they're all signed, and I'm like, yours better,
Right. Yeah.
right? So I'm just like, let's just do it because that's fun for me. Let me see if that's like a goal, like you know what I mean, like a level unlocked. I did that with my life. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like for me, that's a fun game.
Hmm.
But I also get paid on a 9 to 5 to do this. I don't get paid to do this for my
Yeah,
cousin.
right.
I'm doing it out of fun. I'm just like, I put up posters. He's like, dude, you don't have to do this. I'm like,
Hmm.
it's fun for me, bro. Like, if this can work, it's like, haha, achievement
Yeah, oh, I
unlocked.
get
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right. So how many people do that? How many people would do the thing that they're doing today, even if they weren't getting paid for it? And that's the hack. Everyone's like, oh, do the thing that, find the thing that you love to do and get paid for it, and then you're living your dream. You're not actually working. I'm like, yeah, I feel like that right now, you know?
hmm.
But like, how many people actually feel that?
No, no, not many. Of course not.
And those are the only people who will work, bro. You'll have an inventor who's just like, I bet you I can make this. And like, they'll just invent stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Or like a comic book artist who'd be like, I'm just gonna create. And these are all creative jobs, which is interesting because like I feel like creativity is what we were meant to do. Like you feel the most fulfilled when you create something. You're like, dude,
Yeah,
that's
that's
sick.
that's what a lot of science is, right? If they don't have the
Yeah.
funding, then they can't do it.
Right, right. But like now, if we took money out of the equation, you have a lot of people who aren't working, and a bunch of people who are just doing things for fun.
Hmm.
And then you have people who are trying to exploit those people, which is how we got to where we are now, bro.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? You're just like, oh, I can make money off that. Okay, if I block this business deal, even though hemp is better than paper, I'll block it. Even though ethanol is better than gasoline, I'll block it because I can
Hmm.
make more money doing this.
Yeah.
And then those are the evil devils, bro. Those people, you see them like I hated business school, bro, because I was
Hmm.
just like surrounded by those devils, and we were learning how to do those things. Just like how do you outbeat your competition and like market penetration, like I tell everyone, it's like marketing is just like the force. You know, like are
Hmm.
you a good Jedi or a bad Jedi?
Sure.
You know, I feel like the world's been overtaken by evil Jedis.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What do you think? All right, do you think so, or like I'm just tripping right
Well, the
now? You
thing
know what I mean?
is, no, I wouldn't disagree with that. The people that would try to, let's say, what do they say, like, try to take a move on you or like do things that are a little bit shady are always going to be the bad
Yeah,
guys, right? If they're good people, they try to do things justly. So you wouldn't be, trying to trick people or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you are tricking people and doing things, those are the only people that will probably try to take advantage or find all the loopholes that they can to get around these things. Yeah.
yeah, totally, totally, totally.
Yeah.
It's funny. We were playing mini golf for Tara's dad's birthday, and Tara was like, it was just like a kids mini golf thing, so we weren't like taking it too seriously. But she was like, "Oh, I see why." She's like, "Golf would be a really good activity before you go on in business with someone." I was like, "Dude, that's what they do." Like that's like a
Yeah.
lot of business people play. I was like, "What? Where have you been?" But like a lot of business people play golf because
Hmm.
it's low intensity, but you can see who cheats, who's
Hmm.
like when nobody's looking. Do I move the ball a little bit?
Yeah, yeah,
Do I
yeah, yeah.
write the number down that's like a little lower than?
Sure.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You learn a lot about a person. Like
Or it's like
with
how
all those
angry
things,
they get if they miss the ball, or like how there's a lot of mannerisms that come
right?
out of that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, total. And but she was like, but you could also see like who doesn't care. You know,
yeah.
it's
Hmm.
weird that they don't care. You know, like you don't want to go in business with somebody who doesn't care. But like golf is so low intensity. Like I know a few people who play golf. I'm like, oh, is it hard? And they're like, no. Like physically, it's not demanding,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So it's like, okay, I get why they chose that. Because like, imagine being like, oh, jujitsu, let's go to them. Dude, you gotta like be fit for that, or like you gotta like you've done that
Sure.
for a while, you know. But like golf is like anybody can hit the putter, you
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
So like, what you're saying about the people that take advantage of you, it's like, dude, those people are around
Oh yeah, of
and they're
course.
living.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah.
And okay, let's go to Jesus now. Is this like the God and the devil type of thing? Like, what are we talking about
No,
here?
I think that's
Is this
that's
Catholicism?
no, it's nothing to do with Catholicism. I think it's just a story that's um, from the beginning of time kind of thing, where it's there's good actions, bad actions. That's what it comes down to. I think these are
Right,
just
but
allegories and trying to remind us that these things exist. I don't think that. I mean, that's what these stories are all about. It's not just only in Catholicism; it's everywhere, right?
okay, totally. So is it like the angel and the devil? Is that just like an allegory for like spiritual mental demons?
Yeah, it could be. It just it's our own mind, right? You have the two thoughts kind of thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what you're battling.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So Danny Sheehan was talking about he was just giving away all the secret. This is the one I got blocked for. because he was giving away all the secrets for what's going on with the UAP thing. And he said that he had an interviewee who interacted with the beings, the NHI, and basically their job, it was like a downed craft, and then they captured him, and then they're asking him, they're interrogating the person, like the NHI, like, what are you doing here? And then the NHI was like, oh, we're basically like seeding the galaxy and finding life and then like supporting life, you know? And then the military person was like, who do you work for? And then the person was like, you would call them God. But that's not what we think of, but like, that's just what you would call them. And I was like, and then Danny Sheehan like was continuing the explanation of like spiritual practices and how when you hit meditation, you are becoming God. And like this was, I'm so sad I got blocked on trying to post this because I really wanted to post this part because it was so genius the way he explained it. It wasn't even bad. It was like, I'll tell you and you'll be like, oh, why'd you get blocked for that? It's weird. But he was talking about how God isn't a noun. Okay, we think of God as like, oh, person,
Sure.
thing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? God is a verb. And I was like, I've never heard of it like that before. Because when you're in a state of being, like when you're like meditating or in a flow state, you are one with God. Like that's why when I was saying like the creative spirit, like who would work, the only people who work are people who are creating things,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But because like you're tapping into the divine. And he's like,
Well, that's our
God,
innate thing. Everything that we did to, get out of the, like, it comes down to campfire and stories. This is just
Yeah.
creative things, right? Like,
Right.
or
Yeah.
figuring things out. Those are all creative things, right?
Yes.
Working and like pushing down on a machine, like just press something. It's
Not creative. It's boring.
yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
Why am I doing this, bro?
Yeah.
You know? You usually get a robot to do that, bro. I don't need to do this. You know? So like when he said like God is being, like it's a verb. It's like God is like being. Like being as in like you're just in the moment.
Yeah,
You're being in the moment.
sure.
Right? And I was like that is the secret. Because that's what all the spiritual texts are talking about. Become one with God. Like meditate and you'll become one with the universe. Like same thing, bro. And it's like, what is that one thing? It's like you've just erased mind. Because like there's like consciousness or the soul or whatever you're like looking at, like there's some awareness, active awareness in you. Would you agree? Right? Who's like, look, like how do you know I'm here? Like how are you?
Sure.
you're attentive?
Yeah.
Right? There's something there, bro. You know, like Descartes' thing. I think, therefore I am. You know, it's like I can witness you. What's that thing witnessing?
Right.
Some people call it consciousness. Some people call it the soul. And then when people like expand your consciousness, it's like you just see beyond yourself. I can put myself in your perspective. I'm like, oh, okay. Or you travel the world. You're like, oh, that's how people are living. You're expanding your consciousness, right? Like psychedelics will do that too. It's just like, oh, I didn't think about that way before, you know? Expanding your field of awareness. Okay.
Yeah.
Then after that, you have the mind, which is the filter. And you just like, as your consciousness is going to like decide on something, it has to pass through the filter. Right? You know what I mean? Like my past experiences, what have I learned before?
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how have I interacted with this person? You know, thoughts.
Yeah.
Right? But the trick that every spiritual practice is telling you was like meditation, prayer, I don't know, Sufi spin, psychedelics, like whatever it is, they just get rid of the filter. They just act without perceiving first.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I can literally do this in real time, bro. And that's why I think martial arts. No, I mean like me. Like I feel it through like martial arts. Like when people are like, "Oh, martial arts is a gateway to spirituality." It's like, no, really though, because like, did you see me going against the wrestler? The
no.
big dude. Okay, so like I posted it, and then like I don't know, people who knew me from before, even Terry's dad was like, "Oh, that's cool, right?" And like when you're seeing it, you're seeing me like defend, but I'm actually emptying my mind in order to defend. Like if you watch the speed with which this dude moves at me, I had to watch it back a bunch of times. I'm like, oh, dude, I didn't even know I was doing that. Like people are gonna be like, oh, where did you practice? Like it was really cool. Like after the thing, the guy was asking me pointers. He's like, how are you doing this? And I'm like, explaining how I did it. But like I didn't see it. I didn't see myself doing it. And then when I watched back the video to edit it, because I wanted to create some like art piece, because I think it's cool. I was like, how am I moving this fast? How am I reacting this quick? And I'm like, because in the moment when I was doing it, I was so empty. Like you could see it on my face when I'm with him. It's just a blank face, and I'm just like, my hands are literally doing this at
Sure.
one part,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And a blank face, and then all of a sudden he charges, and I like get him in a headlock. I defend it. I'm like, if I'm thinking, and so many jujitsu people say this, if you think, you're dead
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
it's too
right.
slow,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's too slow. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's doing this. I gotta do. How am I gonna calculate?
Yeah, it's already a lag. It's a lag. There's a lag moment there.
There's a lag. Thank you, because my consciousness is passing through the thought filter, and then my thought filter is telling my body what to do.
Right.
But what I do is I remove the filter.
Exactly.
And my consciousness my consciousness and my body are moving as one.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? That's meditation, bro.
Right.
That's meditation in motion. That's
Yeah.
literally like jujitsu for me. Like when I'm doing it, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
are you cocky because you have a blank stare? Like, no, dude, I'm like afraid of you, so I'm gonna like use all of my superpowers, which is like just go into meditative state and like react.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like literally just watch the video and you're just like, dude, how's this guy so fast?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, my cousins are like, dude, that guy's a beast. And I'm like, I don't know how I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know how I did it. I just removed the filter, but like,
Yeah, 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 I understand.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But but I learned how to meditate before doing the filter thing. I
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh, let me apply this meditation to this filter, this like active thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's the secret, bro. That's the secret of everything. If you're gonna make any decision, you just like remove the filter and just move with like intuition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because like think about anything. You're just like, bro, I want to lift this weight. Okay, your consciousness is telling your body you gotta lift the weights, right? And then your thought goes, what could go wrong? Oh my god, this is too heavy. Oh, I'm gonna be injured the next day. I'm gonna da-da-da-da-da, right? And then like, if you drop the filter, you're just gonna move the weight, bro. It's like it's so simple. You just like do the thing, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like literally Nike, just do it. You're like, all right, just do it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Am I going off? Is this like crazy?
No, I think this is like the oldest thing that I've like. This has been said before. That's what it feels like to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Dude,
Yeah.
because I just read the spiritual text, I'm like, is that real? Let me try it.
Mhm.
Like, is that like a...
Right.
The people
Right.
say it all the time. Like, I listen to, like, Hickson Gracie talks about, but he doesn't know what he's really talking about. Well, he does. Maybe he does. But he talks about, like, dropping the filter, too. He doesn't call it dropping the filter, but he calls, like, empty mind. Bruce Lee calls it empty mind, too. It's just like...
Yeah, yeah. So it just depends on definition how they're breaking it down, right? I think that they do understand it. It's just they're using a different term, or
Yeah, totally.
that's
Language
all it
is
is.
very
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah, because sometimes
totally,
and it's not English is not their first language, right? So
That's true, too.
you also
Yeah.
how you. I think we talked about that before. Like just language does have an impact on how you think.
Yeah, like lost in translation. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I don't know. It's like how Chinese people they see them. I heard this recently. Like they see in terms of like periods, oh, what do you call this? Like we think of in terms of our lifespan. Like everything's framed within our lifespan. Oh, I'm gonna do this before I die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They think of it in terms of like their ancestry, like periods. Like my ancestors will.
Sure. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's why they're so forward thinking. Like Chinese people think about like the past and the future, like in grand scales, whereas we're thinking so finite, which is like, what do I want to do before I die?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas they're like, what do I want my legacy to be?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But it's the language thing. It's like how they've written their language or something.
Mm-hmm.
I guess indoctrination too, like since youth.
I mean, it's a bit of both. Yeah, it's individualistic as you the Western thing, and then collectivist as the Eastern thing. There's pros and cons to both.
Yeah, true. So is okay, all things considered, when we're talking about like illusions, fantasies, like I don't know how to put this like lightly, but like have we been duped into thinking that like the West knows everything? It's the best way
Duped
to
into
be.
thinking. I mean, in many ways, yeah, but they had control over a lot of things. Like when we learn about math. Like I think about that textbook, and then you learn later, but that's also from British documentaries. That was Like Pythagoras was not Pythagoras, not the first one that made it.
Is like a Persian dude or something, or Indian dude?
It was an Indian, like some guru or
Indian dude.
somebody, like who figured it out long before Pythagoras did. But we call it Pythagoras.
Right. So is it like, is that even that, like what you're saying about language is like we call it Pythagoras. So we think Pythagoras is the best, but it's like if we knew the Indian dude's name, we'd call it that theorem.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then that would give credence to other civilizations. But
But
because
there's
we
like,
think that,
yeah, there's other things that we don't realize that has been mixed in with from other cultures. I think it was, I don't know if it was the new mayor of New York. It was like,
Yeah.
we're bringing back Arabic numbers to teach kids math.
oh yeah, yeah, I saw that, and the people are like getting so pissed. And it's like the Arabic numbers are like the ones we already see.
It
or
is,
something.
yeah, it's right
One,
now.
two,
It's 1, 2,
yeah.
3, whatever we have is the same
Yeah,
thing.
And that's the crazy part. It's like if you are, because I saw a lot of backlash on that. Like, oh, I disagree with this, and you're like, you just don't know history. You know what I mean?
Or you just
And
don't
it's
know
like,
anything about math. You just like,
right? No, right? Totally, totally. But is it like?
but
Is it like
that's a problem of
Western
thinking
thinking?
that it was just everything's made from Western culture or something.
And that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm like, is this the illusion we grew up thinking before the internet, before everything? Because if we were, all right, literally, if we were talking about this like when we were kids, I'm sure we would have, but because we came from like ethnic households.
Mhm.
But like, if we were to talk about this, be like, well, how do you know? What's the research? But now it's like, oh, pull it up, ChatGPT, Google, da da da. You know, we have all these sources to like confirm what we're saying.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's like we are breaking through to a new period where it's like a world realization. And like last week we talked about the Tucker Carlson talking about like the obliteration of the white society or whatever, and it's just like, yeah, because you guys put this here, you guys put this filter of illusion.
Mhm.
When he said Arabic numbers, and you were like, you're like, oh, that's so right. Well, what about us, bro? It's like, dude, it's Arabic numbers already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, it's just you didn't know, and he's introducing you.
Like if it was
to-
supposed to be Western, then we'd be talking about Roman numerals. But we're not.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Oh, that's true. You're right. Like the I, the 2 I. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And even all right, like thinking back to when we were kids, how weird was it that we like demonize certain things that other people did, and now they're becoming cool. So, for example, eating
instance?
with like the mayor of New York, he was like eating with his hands in a photo.
Mhm.
And then like you grew up doing that too, so it's like, but that's cultural, right?
Mhm.
And then like if I look at the comments, they're like, ew, that's so dirty, da, 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 da. And you're just like, but I get it, because like when we were kids too, it's like I just didn't understand.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like now we understand, and it's like, or even Japanese people when they're eating with the chopsticks and they saw the Westerners eating with a fork and a knife, and they're like, oh, you're barbarians, bro. Why are you stabbing and like cutting
Yeah,
up your
but even
food like that?
even with that, that tells you they were saying one is barbaric, but then there's another perspective from the Japanese. Fork and knife is barbaric. So
That's what I'm saying, bro. And it's like, right. And it's just like this is how you expand your consciousness that we're talking about. It's like,
Yeah.
if you become more aware of other things, you're like, oh, I am a dick. You know what I'm saying? Like you start to realize that, like, oh my God, we've been blinded all along.
Mhm.
But you know what I'm noticing now though? It's like you also need to rein it in, bro. Because like when people are like, so people will expand their consciousness. Like this is more about white people. White people will expand their conscious and they have like white guilt. And you're like, bro,
Yeah, that's
it
another
wasn't your
problem.
fault.
I don't.
You know, it wasn't your fault. No, you expanded too far. Like expand it a little more and be like, it wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there was a thing on Southern Charm where this person's ancestors were like slave owners, like 2 decades back or something, and they had like a statue. And then it was during the time of like the Black Lives Matter thing, this like episode, and they had this one person. She was like Indian. She was like, "You should understand the pain that you've caused." And then the white girl was just like, "I'm so like I'm not even like that was my grandparents, you know." But
Sure,
then like
sure.
society was on the side of the Indian girl that was like lashing out at this one girl. But I understood what the white girl saying. I was like, bro, I don't. That's my grandparent. I don't know. I don't own slaves, bro. Like, what are you
Yeah.
saying? She's like, but you have to atone for their sins. You need to
Yeah, that's
cry.
a
Blah, blah.
that's
You need to educate yourself. I'm like, yo, chill, Indian lady. I get it.
right.
You you need to
Mm-hmm.
expand a little
Mm-hmm.
more,
Mm-hmm.
Indian lady. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's the problem we have. Like, don't make it so negative, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember we were going through like it was similar during those times too, and then we were talking about like racism, and like we we had these like little groups where we'd like come in, and I was like the only BIPOC person, and then we'd go in and we'd just talk about like colonialism and negativity, and like they were all talking. They're like, yeah, I researched this thing. I just hate what my people have done, whatever. And then like I like put my hand up, and
But
I was
also
like,
depends on, like, what do you mean? Like, this is the misunderstood part too. Are you saying, is that person Irish, or what? Because they didn't do that, or if it was,
yeah. They were Irish actually. It's kind of ironic. Yeah, they were Irish. Yeah. No, but okay. So like, no, I agree. It's like you just didn't look far enough. But like, okay, I get it. Skin color, like we're not
but
educated enough.
not all Europeans are the same, though, right? Like, even if you go to
Exactly.
Ireland, they're blaming the British because they're losing their language,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Peaky Blinders. The dude. I saw this on social media. Like why they keep their hands in their pockets during royalty because it's like a sign of protest.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, it was
Right.
Dan Hardy and the Peaky Blinders guy meeting the King and Queen. They're like, why do they have hands in their pockets? It's because
Right.
like they don't show you respect because like you obliterated my people, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like that. It's like, yeah, what kind of white are you though, bro? So like I like put my hand up and I was like you guys know that Asian people are racist towards other Asian people, right? And the one guy who had traveled to Japan, he said, "Thank you for saying this." And I'm like, "Yeah, bro." Like he's like, "Yeah, I've been to Japan and they talk about racism there too." I'm like, "Yeah, bro. Like it's
Like
not just
everyone does.
localized to white
Yeah.
people, bro. What?
Everyone. Yeah, everyone
Everyone's
does.
racist, bro. Like
Chinese
they
against the
are,
other
bro.
ones.
Chinese people hate Filipino people. You're like, oh, and then it's reciprocated. And you're like, I don't know. Like I'm the only one there, just like, yeah, I get both your sides.
Well, that's the
That
thing
there's like,
about.
I get
I mean,
it.
that's the, I guess the better part about Canada is. I should show you this clip that was there. It was pretty good. Even though like we're Canadian, yeah, we're Indian or Filipino, but we don't like have that history of that issue, right? Or any.
Yeah.
We're Canadian. It's just.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yes. And like it's funny because like my cousin and I were like we like message each other and we're talking about like China and I'm like it looks great for Canada, bro. Like China and Canada are making a deal and he's like I hate China. I'm like all right, it looks good for us. I don't live in
Right.
there, so I
Right.
don't know
Right.
what that's like. I'm sure there's oppression, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know. Like all right, bro. You know the Japanese came and enslaved like the Filipinos were conquered multiple times, but like most recently during World War II by the Japanese,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right? And you're just like, okay. And then they're like, oh yeah, but nobody talks about it. You know why? Because they gave us anime. See what I
Well,
mean?
yeah. I mean, depending on who wants to talk about it, though. What do you mean? No one
But
talks about it here.
nobody cares. I'm like, hey, how do you feel about Japanese people? I love that Naruto though. Like if you go
Mm-hmm.
to a Filipino person, you're like, Japanese people, yay or nay? And they're like Naruto, and you're like, all right, But it's like,
Oh
well,
yeah,
you
like
look at the
that. Sure.
history, bro.
Sure.
Like, what do you say? Like, they like enslaved us, right? They had concentration camps
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
right?
Right.
Like my mom's dad was literally captive. Like I would not be here if he didn't escape. He was like they were going to a firing line. They were captured by Japanese people, and
Mm-hmm.
then he jumped out of the line and into like some bushes, and he escaped.
Mm-hmm.
But we have Naruto, so like I can't hate you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, yes, that we have Naruto, yeah, but they also lost the war, right? So that's the other thing.
right, but like okay, but now China is encroaching on the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like, but I love Chinese food, bro. Like I will get me some dim sum any day.
But
You know what I mean? Like how much are we gonna
but
boycott
also
it?
things change too. Like maybe there's the reason to Japan and Philippines to ally against the Chinese, right? Like that's a different the change within even.
All I'm all I'm saying is if we take economics out of it, war is over economics, bro.
Oh
Let's be
yeah,
real.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
It was just economics. I just want
Of
more
course.
resources than you. I want to own the world,
Hmm.
right? If we take economics out of it, and we look at just culture, bro, I have no problem with you. I love your food. I
Hmm.
love your TV shows. I love your spirituality, like Chinese people. I love how you guys put like something outside of the door and then you give offerings to that door. Like Indian people do too. But I've noticed like Chinese people have like a little shrine for like good luck. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
My tattoo artist is Chinese, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I love what you guys do. The economics that we take it out, it's like people are just people, bro.
Yeah.
And it's those are the devils that we're talking about again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
It's really not the people that want war.
right, bro. We just want to watch our freaking Naruto, bro. Like, just watch it, bro. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
like eat our ramen.
Right.
It's the people who are in control of those things that want to like enslave humanity.
Mm.
It sounds crazy. It
Hmm.
sounds crazy, but it's like it's not. It's really not. If you just look into it, it's not.
Right.
Like about the enslavement and like
But we're also
human power.
in a much more connected world now than ever before. I don't see why we
Yeah,
should be going to war, especially now.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like I truly hope. Or I should put it out there, and maybe they'll let me back into their country. Not that I'm banned from their country, but I'm just afraid of going to their country because like of all the smack I've been saying. Um, I really hope that China figures out how to not rule the world, but be a main player in the world through economics. If we can just like, if it's true, and then I can hear my cousin, he's a liar. Oh, okay, cool. But like, if it's true that they want to just be the world's economic sector and then like let people be their own type of person, I'm cool with that, bro. It's like Alexander the Great. Like you, whatever religion you want, whatever, but our money goes to you. I'm cool with that. We'd probably have no war
Hmm.
because what will we fight over? It'd just be resources at that point. Like, who has the better deal? You know?
Hmm.
But China is building their economy towards economics. America has built their economy towards war. So it's inevitable if we're all talking about the end of war, what's America going to do, bro?
We'll see.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
what are they going to do? Like,
Hmm.
what, like, sure, you'll make good television, you'll make good Apple products. I don't know.
Hmm.
Like, I'm curious what you think, like, because you love America so much. Like, what do you see outside of war as like,
I don't think that
this is what
they're.
they'll do?
I think they just do both, but I don't think they were only focused on war.
No, it's war. No, 100% war. Because it's not bombs that I'm talking about. Yes, they make a lot of military bombs, but it's infrastructure. So you go into a place, blow it up, and then you send your contractors in to rebuild it.
Right.
So what they're doing, what China, like it's I know about this space because like I listen to a lot of CIA people talk about it, and they they hate China for it, but they're like that sounds like a better move. So right now, what America does is the military industrial complex. When we think about it, we think about bombs and guns, but
Hmm.
it's not just that. It's logistics, KFCs, Taco Bells, roads,
Hmm.
dry cleaners. Once you go into an area and you set up like war, like
You mean bases?
Afghanistan or something. Bases, yeah, bases. You need some infrastructure, and those people that own the infrastructure are the ones that are making lots of money.
Hmm.
You don't have to kill anyone. You just need to like build infrastructure. Because like
Hmm.
where are those soldiers gonna eat? Where are they gonna clean their clothes?
Sure.
You know, where are they gonna go to the bathroom? You need like irrigation. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
So that's one way to do it through war or buying out resources. So in Africa right now, I think even you told me this. In Africa, it's also in a book and a podcast I heard about, where they're getting the Cobalt Red, the book. Remember Cobalt Red? It's in
Hmm.
all of our phones.
Yeah.
We need cobalt, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So like, China's going to these areas and making deals, not through war. They're just like, we'll buy this from you, and then we'll set up infrastructure.
Hmm.
And then this CIA dude, I think it was Sean Ryan or Andrew Bustamante. They said that while America was focusing on the war in Afghanistan, China was replicating our strategy to build global economics. And that's why it's China versus the US right now. Because China's going and buying things up and then converting the area. It's happening in Guyana too, right? Like they just found a bunch of oil, so now like Tara's uncles were like, "Oh, it's a good time to visit because like there's hotels and good food." And it's like, yeah, because once you have like a reason to be there, you have to build into it.
Hmm.
Because like the expats are gonna want to eat some food or like so
Sure.
like what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, it's
you
just
need
money.
infrastructure.
Money comes. Yeah, with oil, money comes into the country because they sell the
But
oil,
because
right?
you need roads, you
Sure.
need
Yeah.
roads
Yeah.
to get in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, okay, so there's really like what I'm seeing right now is a war between two ways of doing things, which is like military might and then infrastructure, or business deals and then infrastructure.
Hmm.
And I kind of think that the Chinese way is better because there's no bloodshed.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think America's only military might.
No, that's their main thing though. That's their main like the only reason why we're not in a recession is because they announced the war in Ukraine. So they were selling the manufacturing of
Who?
those bombs. You showed me that DW
Yeah. Yeah.
DW
Yeah.
News.
Who announced the war in Ukraine? What do you mean when you
No,
said?
no, when the war in Ukraine happened, and then
Yeah.
I think it was during Biden's time, they're talking about
Yeah.
like, oh, we could be entering a recession. So then they sold um, weapons on credit to the Ukrainians or something, and then
Sure.
or even the donations that we're all donating to.
Hmm.
Remember, you're like, oh, donate to the war in Ukraine. Like, where does that money go? It goes back to America because it has to fund the weapons manufacturing
Hmm.
against um, against Russia. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like they're getting money in. So it's like when you say like it's not war, it's like no, that's like the main thing. That's what pulled them out of the potential recession.
Hmm.
So it's like they do rely on war. Like that's their whole economy.
Hmm.
It's nothing else. Like technology, Apple products, but they outsource that. It says like designed in California, made in China.
Yeah. No,
You
but
know?
that's the thing. Yeah. They're It's like manufacturing is in China, but the brains of the product is in America.
Right. But
So
if
now,
you
like
took
the
out
even
China,
now with AI race, right? It's a race about AI technology. It's U.S.
yeah.
versus China on that too.
Right, right. Okay, right, but let's go back to like the manufacturing in China, right? So you have the idea. If you don't make it in China, you're going to be selling these for like $20,000 phone.
Yeah,
And then where's your skilled labor? There's no skilled labor
yeah. No,
in
they don't go in
America.
that direction. No. Yeah.
So if you take out the manufacturer, even if you have a good design but you can't bring it to life, it all comes down to the manufacturer.
Yeah, if you can't design anything, right?
No, no, no. Okay, okay.
Doesn't matter about the
So I have an
manufacturing plant, right?
uh okay. So I have an idea, and then if I have no way to execute on the idea, it just stops at an idea.
Mm-hmm.
But because I've sent my um, my production to China, I
Yeah.
can make now.
Yeah.
So we're both winning.
Yeah.
But if you took China out of the equation, China would just take their skilled labor and apply it to clothes, TVs. See what I mean? Like you need the skilled labor.
Yeah. You need both. That's the whole
Uh,
idea of the world economy.
you need both, but you can't survive without skilled labor.
Yeah, I know that's what
Because
you need. Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying that's what you need both. You need to have a good
no, no, no,
design
but what I'm
and
saying is skilled labor can pivot. Skilled labor can be like, oh, okay, no iPhones, cool. We'll just make Samsung TVs. Okay, no Samsung TVs. We'll build like robots. They
hmm
have the skilled labor, so like you're in demand for skilled labor.
hmm
I can have the idea, but like if there's no production, it screws me over, but it doesn't screw them over because they could just pivot. They're like, oh, okay, no iPhones. We'll build this instead
hmm
because you already have the skilled labor. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that's why it comes down to like China, and that's why I'm like, I feel like that strategy is the best because if you can just serve the world,
hmm
why not, bro?
hmm
There's no fighting. It's just deals. What do you think? Is there like a flaw in that? People are like, oh, but then like you'll have corruption because it'll be capitalist. I'm like, you have corruption now through war. I don't understand. Like, what is,
Well, both exist
you know what I
right
mean?
now, right? So
No, but there is a battle, is what I'm saying.
hmm
Like, they're
I
racing
don't
to
think
see
that
who's,
there should be a battle. I don't understand the. I think both
but there
can
is, but
exist.
all right,
But
I
anyways,
agree. But there is a battle. You know what I mean? Like, I agree with you.
yeah,
Both can exist,
yeah.
but that's not how they want to play this game.
Mm,
There's literally Russia versus, not Russia, China versus America right now.
mm.
But it's so dumb because you're like, but it was made in China. So I'm like,
Well,
you know what I mean?
everybody
Like,
they both need each
yeah.
other, right? Because all the stuff that they make,
No,
Americans
China
buy.
can service other countries though. No, but China can service other
But
countries.
most of their stuff is
Huawei phones.
no. I'm
Take
not saying
America
that.
out. Huawei phones. They sell it in Canada. Then boom.
Yeah, but our population is nothing compared to American
No,
population.
but the whole world. Like remember, even China said they put out the thing like we can move forward without America as an economy. The world will
Who?
do fine if we move forward. China, the leader put out a post,
Yeah, yeah,
and he
yeah,
was
yeah.
saying the world can move forward without
Mm-hmm.
USA.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yes, you can because you just have different buyers,
Right.
right? Like, sure, America, you don't want to buy it? Cool. I'll sell it to Canada. I'll sell it to Venezuela. I'll sell it to Philippines. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that that's how they're gonna win. I think that's all not just how they're gonna win, but it's like it's just the only way forward. Like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, war is so dumb. War is so dumb. We're in 2025. Why are we doing this?
Yeah. Right.
It feels like only old people are just like telling young people to kill other people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree or?
Yeah, I agree. But I think the war is also happening on that side too, right? It's not like they don't spend money on military.
Of course,
Yeah.
but that's not their backbone. But right, of course, but it's not their backbone. What I'm saying is America's backbone is war. China's
Mm-hmm.
backbone is commerce.
Mm-hmm.
Commerce is going to win.
Right.
And, like commerce is not only going to win, but it's also the most amicable way we're going to move forward in life,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like,
Right.
why is there a war in Ukraine, bro? What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agree or
Yeah, I agree.
does
Yeah,
that work?
but it's not even America part of that war with Ukraine.
Proxy wars, bro. No, it's proxy wars. So
Proxy wars, but who started that war?
I don't know, the Russia maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Proxy war. Like it's like a bigger country will fund a smaller country to fight the war on their behalf. America's not fighting Russia, but
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
funding Ukraine. It's funding Ukraine to fight
Yeah,
Russia.
yeah. No, I get that. I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
it's like you're still using your war machine. You know what I mean?
No, I get that. Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, but why do we don't need that? I'm saying we don't need that, and the only reason why we're doing that is because America is all they've got is war.
Mm-hmm.
Navy SEALs, bro. Rangers,
Mm-hmm.
drone technology. All they've got is war.
Right.
Like what do they give? That's not war. That you're like, oh, it's pretty cool. iPhones.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
It's mainly the tech sector, I think. Yeah.
Tech, but it's also the tech is built elsewhere. So that's the crazy part. It's like, oh yeah, America's known for tech, but they don't even build it. They just design it.
Yeah.
So you're like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Future's bright.
Yeah.
You think China's gonna win?
I just think we're all
Who you
gonna
rooting
win.
for? Who you rooting for, bro? Who you rooting for?
In heart of hearts, I root for America.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. That's so funny. They're gonna release their UFO tech, and then that'll be no. But that's what they were trying to do with the. That's so funny. Project
But that
Bluebeam.
doesn't mean that I want war. I'm just saying.
No, I know. You like America, yeah, totally. Superman, I get it. But
Yeah.
like,
Oh no, it's not like that. It's not. It's just the ideals that were there. That's what I believe in. So
freedom of speech.
Yeah, no, just the Constitution. I get their ideas. Like it's not,
What
you
from
know,
the Constitution do you like though? Because
no,
I will argue that Canada is better than America.
no, just the freedoms of like the individual freedoms that they have. So
Yeah,
it's really about
we don't have that.
against government, though.
We don't have that though. We don't have that here.
I don't know our exact constitution.
The only thing that we don't have that America has is the right to bear arms.
hmm
Like that's the Second Amendment, just like the gun
Sure.
thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take that out, we're America's twin, bro.
Close to. Yeah. Yeah.
Minus the gun. Like it's like we're free to do whatever we want. There's literally nothing that America does that we don't do better,
hmm
right? Like I actually don't know. Like the American dream, it's like, well, there's a Canadian dream. You can also build a business here. Nobody's gonna stop
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
hmm
like maybe that's the propaganda too. Maybe they're like relying so much on the American dream that like because I don't understand what do you like about America? Like your Constitution, all right, cool, but like what's the Constitution?
The freedoms that they all have. Yeah. I mean, I can't read it out
Let's
right
go.
now. I don't remember it
Alright,
offhand.
pull up the Constitution because I feel like Canada's better. Like it would be like Canada has that, Canada has that, Canada has that, Canada has that.
Sure.
Canada doesn't have the guns. I'll give
So
you
wait,
that one.
pulling up American Constitution.
Yeah, we'll go through it and like so you're a proponent of America because of their Constitution. All right, cool. Let's debunk
Oh,
this right now.
sure. Let's go. Images.
Because I'm betting we have everything.
Sure. I had no idea where to pull this thing up.
Just like Google or ChatGPT, bro. Like what are the constitutions of America? I'm surprised you still just use Google, bro. ChatGPT is the way.
Ah. They have AI too, so it's okay.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah.
Mm, no, these are key principles of structures.
Just like what is the Constitution, American Constitution?
Sure.
I will race you with my ChatGPT, bro. Oh, do you have it open? Yes, I do. Okay, I'm gonna type it in right now, bro.
hmm
All right, yeah.
Maybe Wikipedia is the best for this.
What is the American Constitution? Blah blah blah. Why it exists? What it does? Bill of Rights. Amendments. Okay.
Structures, articles. What do you want to read?
No, just what is it? Like what's in there? Constitution. Here we go. Can you list me what's in the Constitution? Free speech, right to bear arms, etc. Sure. Here's a simple thing. Cool. Got it. All right. Here you go. Amendments. There's only 10.
hmm
No. There's the First Amendment is personal freedoms. Number one, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of press, freedom to assemble, freedom to petition the government. Can Canada do that?
Let's
Do we
see.
have free speech, free religion,
hmm
a free press, free to assemble, and a free to petition the government?
Sure.
We do, right? Okay, cool. Check mark. Number one, the right to bear arms. We obviously don't have that. Okay. Protection from being forced out of the house from soldiers. That's the Third Amendment.
hmm
Are we? I mean, like, yeah, but I've seen people get raided. I don't understand this. Protection from being forced to. Oh no, sorry. Third Amendment. Protection from being forced to house soldiers. So if soldiers come in, they're like, "Hey, we want to chill in your house." You'd be like, "No, bro."
I think that's what the British were doing at the time.
That's probably why they put that in there.
That's why they put
That
that in
makes
there.
sense.
Yeah.
Do we have that ability now? Can you be like, "Yo, Canada policeman, you can't chill in my house, bro"?
It's not policemen, it's army men.
Sure. Yeah.
So I don't know if the federal army can do that here.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know.
Has that
I
ever
don't know.
happened here? Has that ever happened? Have we ever had to call that into like, we're like, bro, the police are in my house and they're just chilling. They're eating my pizza. Like,
Well, could it happen? Is the
has it ever
question.
happened?
I
Has
don't
it ever
know.
happened?
I don't know.
That all right? Yeah, but what I'm saying is like that's just so. When are we gonna have that situation, bro? I don't know. You know.
Right.
All right, the fourth one, unreasonable. Oh, protection from unreasonable search and seizures. You require a warrant. We require warrants here in Canada too. So check on
Mm.
that one. Fifth Amendment, right to remain silent, protection against double jeopardy, right to due process, rules of fair competition if the government takes my property. I'm sure we have those too. We do have the right to remain silent. We have due process.
Hmm.
And the government cannot just take my property, right?
Uh,
Without fair compensation. It says without fair compensation. So
well, it depends on the
in
government. Something
America,
happened recently in no, not California, Vancouver area.
they just took the home and they're like, bro, it's ours now.
No, well, technically, it's not government land anymore. It's native land, and
Okay, that's a
it's switched
tough.
over there. Yeah, it's
Okay, that's
like
tough. That's a
yeah.
tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough one because that's like technically they were here first. That's a tough
Yeah,
one. All right.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Then the sixth one. There's only 10. Six. Right to speedy and public trial, right to a lawyer, right to an impartial jury, and right to face witnesses. We have that too,
Hmm.
right? Okay. Uh, seven. Right to a jury trial in certain civil cases. It's the exact same as six, bro. You have a right to a jury trial. This sounds like six. Okay, eight. The amendment eight. Protection from cruel and unusual punishment. Protection from excessive fines and bails. Do we have protection from cruel and unusual punishment?
I'm sure
Can they
we
just
do.
torture? Yeah, I'm sure we do too. All right, number nine. Um, this is weird. People have other rights not listed in the Constitution. What are those goddamn rights, bro? That's the ninth one. It says
What's
people
that?
have other rights not listed in the Constitution.
Okay, maybe states' rights.
Oh, okay. I was
I
like,
don't
what?
know.
What does that mean?
It could be
I'm just
states'
adding
rights.
stuff
You have
here.
to look at you have to look at the full description of it probably.
Okay, and then the last one, powers not given to the federal government go to the states or the people. So if the federal government has no power over this thing, it goes towards state or people.
Hmm.
That seems like we have that too.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't like what a constitution is. It the ideal of America that you like? There's also additional amendments that they added later: abolish slavery, equal protection under the law,
Yeah.
you the right to vote regardless of race. They add these later.
Yeah.
You can elect U.S. senators directly. Women's right to vote limits the president to 2 terms. Is that we don't have that? So is that what you like? You know what I mean?
Sure. It's the idea of America.
It's the idea, right?
Yeah.
It's the marketing of America.
Hmm.
And that's right. But is that propaganda? Did they put that in there? They're like, America's the best, freedoms. Like I love them. I
Maybe.
love war movies too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like 12 Strong. They're like, dope movie.
Mm.
Extraction, dope
Right.
movie. You know what I mean? Is it like you remember that scene where they're like everyone looks at America and then they show a picture of Superman and they're like people living in America and then it's the one from the boys.
No, I don't
Have you
think
seen
I saw
that
that one.
meme? Oh, okay. So they're like America's this from the outside. We're all looking at it like Superman, and then like in reality, it's like the boys, which is like nefarious and not as great as we think. Because like I agree with you. Like on the outside, the marketing is really good,
Hmm.
but like this is Canada's better, bro. As the only thing we don't like equal, if not better. We
Right.
have free healthcare. Done.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you still Team America?
Yeah.
Oh my God, marketing got you, bro. Marketing got you.
Sure.
They have the best marketers there. That's where PR was invented. So
Yeah. Actually, Superman is both American and Canadian.
what? I know about Captain Canuck, but I don't know about.
No. I mean, what I mean by that is the creators. One's American, one's Canadian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's why he's the best, bro.
Like,
They're
you remember
look
those
at
old
him.
videos on, like, TV, like, like Heritage Month or something, like, or historical, like those small snippet they did, and the guy was like history stuff about Canada, and that was one of them. This guy created Superman. Was Canadian.
Oh,
One of them.
interesting.
Yeah.
Ah. But there you go. That's why. Because on the outside, we're like, maybe you like the Canadian ideals, bro.
Mm.
Like Superman being like, oh, it's all about peace and harmony and we all
Mm.
gotta live together. That was the Canadian guy being like, yo, I gotta write this in. And then the American guy's like, give him all these superpowers that can destroy anyone. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Right.
he's invincible. And
Sure.
then the Canadian guy's like, but he's also gotta be nice.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I like the strength, but kindness.
Yes.
Right? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I like Superman, bro. It's a merger between Canada and America. The best parts of both.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, I have one, I have one thing I wanted to ask ChatGPT, but like, let's just
Yeah.
see if it answers really quickly.
Sure.
All right, one last thing, and then we'll end this bad boy. So it's compared to Canada, does Canada uphold these same things minus the gun one? Question mark. ChatGPT is my boy, bro. The way he answers things back to me, I'm like, you understand me. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Bam, Canada versus US, and it gives you a whole breakdown. I love this. Okay, free speech. So on the first one, US is extremely strong in its protection of free speech. Yes, Canada is protected, but it has like hate speech laws which conflict with this, anti-discrimination laws that conflict with this, and public safety concerns that conflict with this. So it's a little bit more regulated because we don't allow hate speech, anti-discrimination, and public safety concerns. That sounds kind of better. Right to bear arms. No one has the right to bear arms. Oh, you can get one though.
Oh, you can get one here. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It says firearms are treated as a regulated privilege, not a right.
Mm.
That makes sense because I can go to a Walmart and just buy a gun in America. But here,
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta like file some paperwork. That sounds better.
Mhm.
Better or worse, Vish? You tell me. We'll go line by line.
Sure.
Is it better to have like some regulation on hate speech, anti-discrimination, and public safety? Or you want full
Regulation?
free speech?
I think full freedom of
So
speech.
US, wow, you hate people, eh?
Yeah,
Just wanna
because
say that.
it becomes subjective with hate speeches.
That's true. You're right. That's very true. That's very true. I agree with you there. What about the right to bear arms? We have guns, but we keep it regulated. Better or worse?
I think regulation is good.
All right, cool. So 1-for-1. You keep score. One for
Sure.
America, one for Canada.
All right.
They're equal for freedom of religion, so we'll ignore that. Okay. Search and seizure protections. Police need warrants and strong justification in America. In Canada, it protects against unreasonable search and seizure, but courts interpret this similarly, but with more flexibility. So they're a little bit more flexible. Like,
Yeah, that just comes down. It sounds the same. I think
sounds the same? All right,
I
cool,
think it
cool.
sounds the same
all right, cool.
because it
Fair
just.
trial. Yeah.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I think it sounds the same. The other one, anyways. So.
All right, cool. Both countries guarantee free trial, so identical. Both prohibit cruel and unusual punishment, identical. Equal rights. So, okay. So in America, 14th Amendment protects equal protection. What does that mean? And then in Canada, Canada guarantees equality and prohibits discrimination. Very strong emphasis on multiculturalism and minority protections in Canada. Which is better? It's better.
Well, what was the other one?
So America is it has equal protection, and in Canada it also has equal protection, but it has a very strong emphasis on multiculturalism and minority protection. So if
Yeah,
you're
I think
new to
the-
Canada, it's
Okay.
better, right? Yeah. So 2 for
Uh,
Canada, 1 for US.
I don't know what the two differences are with that. So.
Like we're more multicultural it says like the laws or very strong emphasis on multiculturalism and minority protections compared to America.
But could they have their own culture? They want to keep their culture. Is that what
Yeah,
that
exactly.
means?
That's what it means. Yeah. Like the Arabic number thing. We're like, oh, you shouldn't add Arabic numbers. Like, why do you think like that, bro? And then Canada's like, what's an Arabic number? Let's look at it. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Or like America, no hijabs in the airport because of security screening. And then here we're like, you got a hijab? Cool, bro.
Well, we'll talk about that at Quebec then.
Okay, but Quebec's an outlier, you know? So what do you think? Who wins in that one?
I don't know. I need to understand the breakdown of what that exactly means on the American side.
It's just saying that compared to America, Canada has more emphasis on multiculturalism and minority protections.
Okay.
It's like they're basically equal, but we just play more emphasis on like keep your identity, bro.
I don't see how that's
So
different from the freedom of religion thing then.
no, because like there's other like hijab might not be a religious thing, or like
No, but then
Ross,
that goes
yeah.
against freedom of religion though, right?
or like I don't know. It's just saying like multiculturalism. Like maybe you can't wear. I don't know. It's like case by case, but all I'm saying is ChatGPT is saying that there's a stronger emphasis on multiculturalism and minority protections as compared to America. So the real question is like, are you more in favor of a melting pot or a mosaic?
And what does melting pot mean? Everyone comes
Everyone
in
has to
to
assimilate.
assimilate
Yeah,
to American culture?
yeah.
I kind of lean towards assimilation.
Really?
I
So you
do.
think it's like, yo, you can't wear that here. You have to wear jeans.
No, it's
But
the
in my
American
culture,
culture. Sure.
right? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So if you're like, hey, I wear this in India. It's like a Indian t-shirt. No, bro, we need collar and tie. Oh,
There's a time
I
and
can't
place
wear
for
this.
it, but yeah.
Okay, it's a weird one.
Mm.
Okay, okay. So you let the record show that Vish is not for multiculturalism. What? Really? Okay. All right. Fine. We'll
But it
keep
just
going.
depends on
Um,
definition.
no, but that's what I'm saying. It's like melting pot versus mosaic. You're like, hey, that's an Indian garb. Can't wear it here. But in Canada, they're like, sure, wear your Indian garb.
But where? Where are we talking about?
I don't know. Like, let's say an office.
Hmm.
Like, you can't wear that in an office. We want you to wear like a suit and tie. And they're like, oh, but I'm not used to a suit and tie. I'm more into
I'm not
like
sure if it will work in an office though.
Indian
It's a bit
tea.
different.
Okay. All right. Basically, boiled down, you're in favor of assimilation versus a mosaic.
I think so.
Okay. It's weird, but okay. I'll accept that. So it's 2 for America, 1 for Canada. Um, that one, oh yeah, that was the last one.
Oh,
Um, yeah. So yes, Canada upholds most of the same rights except for no guns. Our freedom of speech is slightly more limited, and some rights are treated more flexibly in Canada. So you are pro Canada.
mhm.
Yeah. I mean, pro America. Sorry, not Canada.
Right. Just marginally.
Marginally, yeah. Because Superman was half Canadian. So, like, that's where it's at.
Right.
All right. Oh, final question. How is
Badlands.
Badlands? Yeah.
I liked it. It's
Crafty
good.
Rock. Really?
What?
Oh, it looks so bad. No, it looked bad. I didn't watch it.
Oh,
I saw the thing. I was like, looks weird.
well, the reviews are really good.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Is it like a prequel?
No, it's another story itself. The guy that's like he did all the other ones, the recent ones from Prey.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, yeah, okay.
he did
So maybe it's
Prey,
good.
and he did the animated one. I think he was
Yeah,
involved in
yeah.
that one, and this one, and then he's working on one more, which he's not telling what like that style is going to be about. This is more like it's just the same as coming up kind of story, right? Someone that's trying to figure his way as a predator. So
Oh, that's cool. It's like origin story.
Kind of an origin story. Yeah.
That's cool.
Or
Okay.
more like focus on their culture and like
Oh, that's cool.
right. So he
I
has
didn't know it was
to.
made by the Prey guy.
Yeah. He's involved in all of them. Yeah. So he's doing one more, is what I heard.
Yeah.
I don't know the. He's not revealing the concept of that one yet.
Okay. Oh, so it might be worth a watch then because like Prey was really good.
Mm-hmm. But again, it's
on
all
Disney Plus?
Prey.
Yeah.
Yeah. This will probably go on Disney Plus
Okay, cool.
relatively soon.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
But
so
it was
there you go.
designed more. It was focused on 3D, which I didn't
Oh, what?
realize that 3D movie. Yeah, more of
Watch
the
a
depth
3D
of
You watch 3D?
depth of field. Yeah, the depth
You
of
watched
field
3D?
thing. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, so is it like Avatar type thing? Like
Kind of
how you
thing.
could see into the world? Oh, that was such a great technology when Avatar came out, and then it's like, dude, this is the world, bro.
Yeah.
Because like you could see like into it
Mm.
versus it coming out, which is like,
A bit of both.
why
Yeah,
couldn't you
they're
do that?
trying both, but yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's more of
All
that
right, cool.
world. Like
I did like Prey. Prey was good.
they're really like focusing on that alien and predator world and like mixing the big technologies of the time, like the Wutani company or something. I think that's what it's called, which is mentioned in through all the alien movies and things like that.
Oh, are they doing Alien vs Predator? Is that the final one they're working on?
Maybe that's why he's not revealing it. Maybe.
Oh, that'd be cool. Okay, cool. Yeah. Is it a lot of action? Or like more story driven?
Uh, it's both. Yeah. Story is a simple story.
Okay.
It's more of the action, but it's like fighting monster creatures, things like that.
Oh, so it's not like hand-to-hand combat.
Only a little bit of that in the beginning. But more of him. The whole point of the predator culture is you have to defeat this animal, or
Oh,
like,
to become
to become a
predator.
predator. Yeah,
That's cool. That's
yeah.
cool. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out when it's on Disney Plus. It doesn't seem like a movie thing that I would want to watch, but like, yeah, Prey was good, and the animated one. I haven't still seen that, but the clips you showed me of the animated one was pretty dope.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Anything else, Nish?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Oh, the Epstein thing. You
Oh
didn't
yeah,
say.
we're supposed to, yeah.
Oh yeah, do. All right. Maybe quickly I take a hard piss, bro.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah, okay. I'll just make it. We don't know how
Yeah.
much is even going to be revealed and how much is going to be totally redacted. It's up to the FBI,
Ooh, that sucks.
which worked
Okay.
for Trump. It could be like
I mean,
you
he
got
wasn't-
a whole sheet and it's like everything's blacked out.
That's lame. Okay.
So
okay.
it doesn't really matter that he passed it or not. It's just the fact that they have to now, the FBI has to now actually work and look at each file and redact things that they don't want out.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And then it's gonna release in the month. They said they had like a timeline of like.
I think so. Well, they said 30 days, but I don't. I think so. I think they have to do it within 30 days. I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. It'll probably be redacted. You're right when it comes out.
Yeah.
All right.
I think a lot of it
That's-
maybe.
yeah. Again, there you go. It's more about like the cover up. You're like, dude, is reality even real anymore, bro? We saw Trump's name in there, and now the whole thing is just blacked out.
Hmm. Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Right.
All right. Till next week. Take this.
The one thing with the Epstein
Yeah.
thing. It may not be that Trump is the issue. Could be Melania. We don't know
Wait, what? How? Why?
because she may
Where'd
have
you
been
get that?
involved with Epstein. So this is the internet stuff
Oh, like she was working with him.
or doing things. Who knows?
Dun, dun, dun. All right, cool. That's interesting. All right, we'll see. Oh, dude, he's throwing her under the bus. Trump's like, yo, it can't be me. It's you.
No. He's
know what I
not.
mean?
No, that's why he didn't want to release anything.
Oh, because he's trying to protect her.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see when it comes out. We'll see.
We'll see
All right. Till next week. Peace, fish.
later.
Bye. All right. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all those fun things, and check out our sponsors: Zenro Clothing Co., Portian Bakery, and Podbean. Take it easy, fish.
Peace.